once you made the movie, Kings of Comedy and all that stuff, you started to get offers to do other movies.
Well, I had offers before the Kings.
Right.
And what the Kings did for me, it broadened my horizon. Whites now got really more in tune. My audience was like 80-20.
Yeah, these whites, they don't know what's going on.
Well, they always
can't
the last.
find funny.
No, they're the last. Hollywood the last to catch on.
They can't find
Right.
funny.
But if you look at all the greats, comedians, all of them started like Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Sam Kinison.
Right.
They got tuned into them late because they say they're hard, they're raunchy.
Meanwhile, they were the cutting edge. They were the guys who were on the front
Everybody
line.
else is
exactly.
coming off of them.
Yeah.
Everybody working on image, trying to be politically correct.
Right.
I like so many people, so many comedians. But Flip Wilson, I dug Flip
He was the
Wilson
man.
as a man because he was so secure with himself. He never felt self-pity, and I took a page out of his notebook. Red Fox, Red Skelton. I had everybody ask me who I really dug. I took Mom's Mabley, who was very cheated, underrated.
She was the funniest.
Oh,
She was one of the funniest
She
comedians.
was one of the funniest
You
women
couldn't
ever.
Yeah.
You couldn't follow her.
Yeah.
Red Fox used to say that all the time when they would be in the club. Say, well, who's that on stage up there?
Yeah, I used to sit and listen to her records.
She's great.
She was real good.
Get nobody following. You might as well go home.
So let me ask you this. One of the things you started doing, which is amazing to me, is you had no stand-up club when you started your career. You were a poor man. You used to go in a park.
Sure did.
And start to do your stand-up in the park.
Sure did. On the train to Chicago.
You would stand in a
on the
train.
Yeah.
Tell me how that works. Like you would go in the train, in a subway,
Right.
and you would stand there.
From cart to cart.
And you'd say, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to do some comedy for you.
I would come up in the morning. I watch the news and see what was ever happening in the city.
Yeah.
Get your routine together.
Because Chicago is a city of neighborhoods.
Right.
I'm telling you, I made good money. A lot of people call me an idiot because I stopped doing it because I felt like I was begging.
Right.
I wanted to be legitimized.
Yeah.
I wanted the club to call my damn name.
How much money could you make on a
made
subway?
oh wow. Be honest with you, I made maybe 500
Cash.
450 cash.
Wow.
And it got to the point where they knew me.
Yeah.
They would look. That's the guy. That's the guy. When I come from car to car, they knew me.
Right.
And
So
I
you would
did the
look
part.
at this is fascinating to me. You would look in the newspaper, you would see what was going on, and then you'd go into the subway.
You
and
have a routine for the train and
I
whatever
would
neighborhood.
freelance.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
would
tough
freelance.
crowd.
I would freelance.
Well, no wonder you're so talented. I mean, if you could do that on a subway.
Yeah, an audience that
parks
paid
was-
to be entertained is easy.
All the parks was a gym.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would do the parks on Saturday mornings and stuff, and everybody be playing softball and stuff.
Who
And I
needs
would
a
just
club?
commentate. I would just commentate.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, you don't have to split with the club owner.
No, man, I had it
Very
made. But
How many years did that go on?
about 4.5, 5 years.
Wow.
And then I started doing funerals.
What?
No, I'm serious.
Well, this happened at your grandfather died?
My grandfather died, and he was like the mayor. And we lived over the church. He was a big deacon. And when he passed at the funeral, it was just so sad. And I just got up and I started mimicking my grandfather. I said, this is what I remember of my grandfather. And I used to do his voice, and I did his walk, and I was told some stories about what I remembered of my grandfather.
You mimicked, in other words, you did a comedy routine.
You brought it
out of
back to life.
Routine.
And the place went crazy.
They went crazy.
And so from there,
telling you,
you got hired for funerals?
Everybody started calling me after that. Man, my cousin died, man. Can you stop by the house?
And you had to know you do a couple of routines
Right.
on the cousin.
But you know what? That did not come from the heart.
Yeah, right.
So I didn't do that long.
He didn't do that.
Because, I felt like a hypocrite. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But my grandfather, that came naturally.
yeah.
That was just something that I just spontaneous did.